Good afternoon, everybody. Mondays do not bother me as much because I know that there is a brand new Dodgers territory coming your way. I'm Alanna Rizzo. That is Clint Pasillas. We're excited to have you with us on this brand new week. Clint, a brand new week in which games actually matter in the domestic opener as far as the Dodgers are concerned. How you doing?
I'm ready. I'm ready for baseball to mean something again. I didn't watch yesterday's game. Like, I'm at a point I don't care about fake baseball. I want real baseball to be here. We're ready. Our bodies are ready. Let's get it going again.
Well, not everybody's body is ready. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's talk about the big ticket. Let's get to it.
Hold on. First, we got to tell people. Do we tell people Kiké Hernandez? Come
Oh,
on.
he's
Don't
coming
bury the lead.
on.
Enrique
He's coming
Hernandez,
on.
two-time World
Enrique
Series champion.
Hernandez,
Join us,
and
guys.
fan favorite. Yes, Kike's coming up in just a moment. I appreciate him taking the time. He just woke up, by the way. Jet lag is real. It is real. But Kike is kind enough to join us here momentarily. All right, now
big ticket.
Big ticket. All right. All jokes aside, I'm worried about Mookie Betts, and I don't care if he is in that lineup for opening day. I don't care if he's in the lineup at the first series in May. I want him to be okay. I mean, the fact that he has had so much weight loss in a relatively short period of time is concerning to me. Mookie Betts described his illness as frustrating. He hasn't been diagnosed with anything official. He hasn't been able to hold down solid food since 2 days, guys, before the Tokyo trip. Yeah. But he says otherwise he feels fine. He's down to about 157 pounds. We've seen a lot of different reports, 157, 158, 150. The point is he's losing way too much weight in a short amount of time. All I care about is that Mookie's healthy and that he's okay. It's concerning only because, as I mentioned, it's a lot of weight loss. But the good news is, Clint, he is surrounded by the best medical staff possible, and the Dodgers will do everything in their power to figure out what the heck is going on.
Yeah, this is absolutely, it entered the very, very much a concern era or range or whatever arena for the Dodgers here. You need to have Mookie Betts healthy. You need to have him in the lineup, but you need to have him healthy. And playing at 157 for an already kind of slight dude, as he was telling media after the game yesterday, he's already kind of playing uphill and he doesn't want to add to the uphill. So if we're at a point where we need to see him take a couple of weeks, even the first month of April, just to get right, actually be able to hold down solid food, because that's what he said yesterday before the game. That was the first time he actually had breakfast, had solid meal, and then he threw up shortly after batting practice, or even I think it was during batting practice. So that's why he was the late scratch and not expected to play tonight as well. I don't think he should play tomorrow. I don't think he should play in the home opener. I don't think he should. Go get your ring, drink some smoothies, get your ring, but make sure you're at a point where you can get put some weight back on. Listen, he can come by, visit any abuelitas in the area. They got the 7-Up. They got the caldo. We got Vicks Vapor Rub. We got whatever Mookie needs to get right. But, the Jesus candle, for whatever Mookie needs, we're here to help out. But it's definitely jokes aside, it is a concern for the Dodgers.
Yeah, it is funny how every single Latin mother and grandmother decided that it was saltine crackers, 7-Up, and Vicks Vapor Rub. Oh, you broke your femur in 47 places? Put some Vicks on it. You'll be fine. All right, so Mookie not playing tonight. Mookie not playing tonight. They just want him to try to get through a full, workout, and that's fine. Again, if he needs to go on the IL to start the season, I'm fine with that. You got to get your strength back. You got to be okay. All I care about is that he's okay. So in that regard, moving forward, as we're getting ready to join Kiké Hernandez here momentarily, if he does have to miss substantial time, Clint, we know that Kiké can play short, Avi. We know that Miggy Rowe can play short. CT can play short. How do you see this playing out at short if Mookie is on the shelf for a couple of weeks to start the season?
Yeah, I mean, it feels to me like Miguel Rojas is the obvious choice there. You could also slide Tommy Edman over to the position where he played it through most of the postseason. Dodgers are well built. They're well stacked to be able to withstand injuries to just about everybody. Ideally, you don't want it to be Freddie Freeman. You don't want it to be Mookie Betts, but sometimes that does happen for these teams. So, Miguel Rojas will definitely be the guy that gets the majority, the lion's share, as Dave Roberts might call it, at the position. And then beyond that, there are other guys in the organization. Alex Freeland was somebody we saw here during spring training as well. He has played a lot of shortstop at the minor league level. If they need to go deeper into the well, deeper into the organization to kind of fill the roster out. But again, the most important thing is, getting Mookie right, getting him for 130 games, 125 games, and most importantly, having him fully healthy for the end of the season. So if that means more, Miggy Rowe, like he told us at Camelback, hey, I'm just ready for whatever this team needs whenever they need me. He's playing a lot of shortstop. He'll play some third, play some second, but shortstop is definitely going to be, position numero uno for him to open the season.
No question about that. You had mentioned Alex Freeland perhaps taking a few reps there at short, but Freddie Freeman is back in the lineup at first base, obviously, after he was dealing with some rib discomfort on the left side. So it's good to see him back in the lineup. Of course, we wanted both Betts and Freeman in there, but Freddie's back in there. So that's one thing that we don't have to worry about, because it seems like Frederick is going to be all right for opening day, domestic opening day, if you will.
Yeah, of course, missed the Tokyo series, had a kind of reoccurrence of. I'm hoping it's just some sort of like scar tissue breaking up from that cartilage injury he had during the postseason in the ribs. There doesn't seem. I mean, we know Freddie doesn't want to miss any time ever. He hates being on the bench. The fact that he's already missed 2 games this season is probably going to really, really bother the dude. But getting him back, at least you have one of your top 4 guys. That lineup is almost what you want to see. And Tommy Edman, no slouch when it comes to batting in that 2 hole. So Dodgers will be fine. Dodgers, we will. Again, no reason to sell the farm yet.
No. And by the way, they are still 2-0 without the services of Betts and Freeman in that lineup. Not many other teams in all 30 have the amount of versatility and guys in the moving parts, if you will. All right, hopefully Kiké Hernandez is logging on momentarily. Prior to that, though, we're back in a moment after a quick word from AJ Pierzynski, Eric Kratz, and Scott Braun on our friends at Green Chef.
Life comes at you fast. Make life easier and healthier with Green Chef. Stay on track, even on your busiest days, with options like salads, ready in 5 minutes or less, and ready to blend smoothies.
You'll get pre-made sauces, pre-portioned ingredients to enjoy restaurant-quality meals for the #1 meal kit for eating well.
If you're like, wait, what about HelloFresh? Green Chef is owned by HelloFresh with a lovely array of meal plans to choose from. We love them both dearly. I switch between brands, and now our listeners can enjoy both brands at a discount.
Scott, I made the shrimp rice dish with corn and roasted cashews last night. It was fire. It came with a high-quality, organic, fresh produce that I love, so my whole family can eat clean.
Thrive all year with clean, easy meals from Green Chef. Go to greenchef.com/territory-free and use code territory-free to get started with free salads for 2 months, plus 50% off your first box. That's greenchef.com/territory-free and use that code territory-free.
All right, we appreciate it very much. We are pleased to be joined now by Kiké Hernandez. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you taking the time. And I know that you said, Kiké, that jet lag is real. So thank you even more for being on the show today. What was that Tokyo experience like for you? Because it seemed like everybody was having a great time, but you really embraced it.
I mean, it was an amazing trip. I had an idea of what to expect just based off going to the All-Star Series back when they used to do it. I think I went to the last one they made in 2018, and I really got to enjoy my time there. We had a little bit less of an adjustment period that time through, so the struggle was even more real that time. But it was just amazing to see how a city, how a country, they all, kind of like were looking forward to those 2, 3, 4 days, whatever it was that we were going to be there. And, they made 2 days feel like an amazing time. And I'm just really glad that I got to be a part of it. And I'm really glad to be Roki, Yoshi, and Shohei's teammate.
Yeah, and you are amongst the league leaders in home runs, sitting out, of course, top the leaderboard, tied with Shohei Ohtani. How fun is that, knowing that you've been the home run leader for about a week?
Yeah, it's been great. It's what I do. I just hit a lot of homers to where I'm leading the league for weeks.
Dingers.
But I'm letting Tommy and Shohei, be on the board with me on that one. But the RBI category, that's my category. I'm sitting solo there, so I'm just pretty much sitting on my numbers right now.
Yeah, you hit for average, you hit for power, great, Gold Glove defense there. You can play all over the field. I mean, you're like more like a 6'7" tool player. Kiké, let me ask you about what the offseason was like for you, because I was screaming on the top of the rooftop, making sure, hoping anyway, that Andrew re-signed Teo and they re-signed you as the Hernandez brothers. I have never seen a fan base embrace a guy so much in terms of wanting a player back on a team and what you mean to this team, particularly in the postseason when it matters the most. What was that experience like for you? And was there a chance you were going to sign anywhere else?
I mean, a chance, I would say yes. I was just waiting, waiting and waiting. There was nothing really going on until the last day or two there that, it felt like we started getting a little more action, but by that time it was a little late because the Dodgers came in and obviously said we're pretty full roster wise. We want you back, but of course we understand you got to do what's best for you and your family. We're throwing out this offer at you, but you can't do anything till February 10th. And if something better comes by, then we understand. But that better never came by. I mean, it wasn't necessarily I wanted to go back so desperately that I was going to say no to everybody else. It was just there was just really nobody else. So I guess it was a good spot to be at where I get to come back to the Dodgers and get to defend the title and get in front of the home crowd that, like you said, rallied troops behind me and try to do everything they could in their power to bring me back. And I just want to say that that was very, very well felt. And every time I saw something like that, it brought me a smile to my face, especially seeing them bombard uh, Gomer, Andrew, and Doc's interviews during FanFest. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I was one of those guys that was pretty loudly championing to bring you back because at some point you find a formula, you find a recipe that works really good. If we're talking earlier, Alanna, about making caldo to help Mookie feel better and the Vicks and everything else, you find a recipe and you keep making that recipe. But it turns out when you have Kiké Hernandez in the recipe, you go out there and you win World Series. At least last year, definitely in 20, the last time you were here. What was so special about that 2024 run? Because it seemed like you dudes were having a lot of fun, and we've seen this club, these guys, different groups of guys, of course, having a lot of fun 17, 18 into 20. But this, Dave has mentioned it a number of times. You guys seemed different. What was so special about that 2024 organization or that roster?
Uh, I would say the the unity that we had in the locker room. I think it was really close to 2020, um, as far as how together we were. And I mean, just saying that that's hard to accomplish. In 2020, we were only able to get like that because we were stuck in a hotel together for an entire month. And this time through, you're flying, we were busing to San Diego and then we're flying across the country twice to go to New York. And obviously, I mean, it's the biggest games of the year, so everybody's got pretty much their entire families with them. And for us to decide, we get it, our families are with us, but you know, we only have to do this for one more month, whatever it is it's going to take in order for us to win the World Series. We're just going to, sacrifice a little bit more the little time that we have left to make sure that we get as close as a group as we can in order for us to accomplish special things, especially when times get really tough like they did against the Padres. And I don't think that if it wasn't because of our, how much we cared about each other and the mentality that we all had in the locker room, I don't think we would have been able to come from behind against the Padres or, you know, beat the Mets, who were steamrolling baseball for like the last 2, 3 months of the season. And then, of course, the Yankees had a great team, and that was kind of back and forth as well. So I don't think everything happens. Everything happens if we weren't the way that we were inside closed doors.
Yeah, you guys absolutely bought in, every single one of you on the roster. We had Andrew Friedman on the program a couple of weeks after you guys won the World Series, and he said something to me that was interesting because I was with you guys in 2020 and obviously at the beginning of the Andrew Friedman era. And he said, who would have thought that the guy in a banana suit would have turned out to be one of the best leaders on this team, and really taking over a leadership role? How do you think you've evolved into that guy?
I don't think one guy has to do with the other. I think you can be both if you understand your role. I mean, I understand that, you know, yeah, my role requires me to play seven different positions, but it also requires to be that energy guy in the locker room, that, that guy that keeps things loose, the guy that, makes a tough day end with a laugh or whatever it is, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I can go out of my way to help guys when they're in need of help. As far as, this game teaches you a lot with experience, and I've been blessed to be a part of 9 postseason runs, and um every single postseason teaches you so much, and it teaches you things that you only acquire by living in it. So there's things that you can make sure that certain players don't have to go through or live through for them to learn from it. So I feel like I have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge when it comes to that, and I know what it takes to win. So, um, yeah, I figured, what, if this is going to be my last time wearing a Dodger uniform and we're going to go down, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that we don't go down, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to help this team win, and even if that means I'm not on the field, because I was doing certain things against the Padres in that locker room that, I still wasn't in the lineup for those. So I was just trying to see how I could help the team win, even without getting on the field, because that was out of my control.
All right, what
Uh,
do you do? Hang on a second. That's a question that begs an answer to. What were you doing against the Padres when you weren't in the lineup? Tell me more about that role.
I mean, there's certain things that are what happens in the locker room stays in the locker room, right? I mean, there was conversations had throughout that series that, if one day the players that I was talking to want to talk about it, great, but I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it, because I think those were pretty intimate and private conversations. So if they want to go and tell them, then that's great. But I don't like sitting here and talking about things that I did and didn't do and going into specifics. But I was just trying to get inside people's brains.
Hey,
Okay,
you
fair
got
enough.
you got a lot of good wood on AU Darvish. I think fastball, curveball, whatever it was. The important thing is ball went really, really far in that series, and that's when you oh God, just feeling that as a fan, that weight off of our chest. Like, hey, we're gonna get out of the DS again. This is a chance. This is a really, really good ball club. Listen, we know, Kike, you do a lot of things in that clubhouse that are important, that are special for your teammates. We actually had Matt Kemp on the show last year, shortly after he retired as a Dodger, thankfully, and we had asked him if there was one guy that he could have had, that this Dodgers organization could have had back in the day, back when they were, getting beat by the Phillies, unfortunately, 08, 09, and all that kind of stuff. He mentioned you, a guy that he played, I think, one season with. He said if we had Kike in that lineup, you taught him how to make baseball fun again. What does something like that mean to you, and how much have you kind of heard that from different players that you've, suited up with along the way?
I mean, I got a little bit of chills going. I saw that interview when it happened, or after it came out. Um, I love Matt. We built a special bond in the short period of time we were teammates. We had a pretty special year, him getting to come back to the Dodgers, and, finally getting to go over the hump and win the National League and go to the World Series. Of course, we got mollywopped by a juggernaut in the Red Sox that year. But for us to see Matt, play all those years here, be the face of the franchise, and then leave and come back and, take Chris Sale deep in Game 1 of the World Series, that was a pretty cool moment out of that series. Um, but yeah, I mean, that those type of comments, they mean the world to you because for us as baseball players, we know what a baseball player can do on the field. Sometimes you don't necessarily know how good a player is till you get to play with that guy and you get to see that guy for 162 games. But if I'm being real, when you ask guys around the league, how is so and so, you never ask him about how he's on the field. You always ask how he's as a teammate, how he's in the locker room. And, to have guys with the type of careers that Matt Kemp have had, speak that highly of me, that I mean, that is a true honor. And those are the things that you take with you when they take the game away from you because you can't play the game, but you're still being that person that people are asking about how you are. So, I mean that all means the world to me.
He literally said you were the aura, and he missed the Kiké Hernandez aura, such an important element of being in the clubhouse. And the last time the Dodgers got their World Series rings, Kiké, you were a member of the Boston Red Sox. This time, you will be home with the Los Angeles Dodgers to get your rings. What do you anticipate that ceremony being like? As a member of the team that just won the World Series, you guys are back again, trying to run it back. You have the same amazing core for the most part. But you also have some young blood in there that hasn't won one yet. So it's a good infusion of a 26-man roster. What do you think that moment will be like for you?
I mean, the only way I can answer it is special because I honestly have
Mhm.
no idea what to expect. I have no clue. I don't know what the last one looked like, so I have no idea what this thing is going to look like. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I mean, the guys are all excited. The guys that didn't win it last year are claiming to not be excited, but I'm sure it's going to add a little bit to the fuel in their fire. Um, I've given Kirby. I work out with Kirby in the off season. We've been working out for a couple of off seasons now, and I was giving him a hard time. When he was starting to talk to the Dodgers, and it became public that the Dodgers were interested. I was like, "Oh, you're about to wear your third gold jersey in your career. We got to get you a ring this time." And for him to be part of his third gold jersey club and not actually get a ring, I'm pretty sure that adds a lot to it. We got a guy that in Tanner Scott that's a fiery competitor that wants to win as badly as anybody. Of course, Blake Snell, he's been able to almost taste it when unfortunately he ran through the best team in baseball in the Dodgers in 2020. But we have a lot of guys that, a lot of pros that were added to this locker room that are very hungry to win their first, and that's exactly what we need because we're hungry for more. So when you got when you got people that are hungry for more who've already tasted it and can't have enough of it, and then you got people that want a part of it because they've never been a part of it, that is the perfect combination. So of course, we got a good thing going on, and hopefully we can stay healthy and do our thing on the field.
Yeah, I want to shift gears a little bit because last year the season probably didn't start for you statistically the way you wanted, and then a new character was born. We call him Glasses Kike online. What was? I know you've talked about it, but some fans here in our live chat want to know more about what was that biggest difference, and how important is it to actually be able to see the goddamn baseball, to be able to hit the goddamn baseball?
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of things going on, man. I was coming off a surgery that, at the time it was explained to me as a pretty simple surgery, but they ended up having to do a lot because I played for a long period of time needing the surgery and I wasn't aware of it. And um that adjustment period is not the easiest. I feel like it wasn't until like the middle of June that I started feeling pretty good physically. Before that, I felt like every day I felt like I needed surgery again, and it was weird. And it's kind of insecurities of am I actually good? Am I all right? And not being able to a guy like me that kind of like leaves it out on the field every single day. It was weird for me not to have that last year to go all out, and then once I started feeling better physically, of course, finding out about my right eye, which pretty key, and then of course, uh, working on some things that I wasn't doing great mechanically. Um, Kind of saved my season, and who knows if it saved my career. Um, there's a chance that I was a couple days away from getting DFA'd last year, and fortunately for me, unfortunately for some of my teams, hurt, and I mean I was able to stay on roster. and obviously the rest is history. But um, yeah, just being able to do the hardest thing that there is in all sports, which is hitting a baseball when you can't really see the spin of the ball, is it's a pretty hard thing to do. But I'm glad we have that result for now, and I'm looking forward to a full season of being healthy, feeling strong, and being able to see.
Good Lord. Could you imagine if Kiké Hernandez was DFA'd? I would have burned down the damn
Yeah,
stadium.
I believe you.
Let me ask you this question, Kiké. I know that you're an Adidas athlete. It's that three-stripe life. I always remember you and JT. What are your favorite pair of Adidas cleats? And secondly, what is your favorite Adidas tunnel walk pregame ritual if you have one?
Uh, I mean, it's hard not to go with, they've made me a lot of really cool pairs. I got something really, really nice cooking for this year. I don't think it'll be here till the end of April because Andrew decided to take forever to sign me back, so I couldn't design my cleats. But Um, I would say the my PEs from 2023, the mint color ones, those are by far the ones that have given me the most compliments, and a lot of people on Instagram reaching out, commenting on the posts, wanting to buy the cleat for the kid and things like
Aw.
that. And unfortunately they can't because I'm the only one, they only made it for me. And um I'm just a guy that dresses in a banana suit for the Dodgers, so they wouldn't put it in the market. And then, um, as far as pregame Adidas ritual, I really don't have any. I do my thing on the iPad. I play a little visual game. I do a little meditation, and then I go hit the cage. And after that is all right. Let's go to the field, get ready. And that's about it. I don't really have any rituals like that other than trying to get very caffeinated for the game.
A
Well,
cafecito. You are much more, my friend, than a guy in a banana suit for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Best of luck to you, Clinton. I appreciate you taking the time. Our best to Mariana and P, that little one who's growing up too fast. Best of luck this season. Thanks for taking the time, Kike. Thanks very much for being here.
Thank, thank you guys. It was good seeing you again.
All right, Kiké Hernandez, two-time World Series champion, back in a moment after a quick word from AJ Pierzynski, Eric Kratz, and Scott Braun on True Classic.
If you're looking for premium clothes at an affordable price, you got to check out True Classic. AJ, you're rocking the True Classic shirt right now.
Oh, believe it. Look at this thing. Look at it. Soft. It fits perfect, even with these guns. Not too tight like Scott likes it. Little bit of room to move in there, right? Look, you can wear it under a suit. You can wear it out to dinner with some nice jeans. You can wear it to the gym if that's what your game is. Whatever it takes, this thing fits great, feels great. Great shirt.
The long sleeve Henny for these cold, kind of warm spring days. Perfect.
Yep. Build the perfect outfit in 5 minutes or less. Everything goes great together. Free shipping on all orders. It's designed to bring out your best features with the perfect fit. So, FT fam, whether you're bundling up for the cold or getting ready for spring, level up your style with clothes that actually fit right. Go to our exclusive link, trueclassic.com/foul to save. That's trueclassic.com/FOUL. Shop now and elevate your wardrobe today. FT fam, get after it.
All right, time now to present to you another opportunity here on Last Licks on how to go see Kiké Hernandez and your Los Angeles Dodgers against the Cubs, a rematch, if you will, on the domestic side of things on April 13th. Now, this is for field level tickets. The tickets are right behind home plate on the field level. 4 tickets plus free parking in Lot I. Every single cent of this auction goes to benefit Gidry's Guardian Foundation, where we use these funds to help find pups forever homes and get them all situated in a forever home. Go to gidrysguardian.org for more information. But honestly, the easiest way, Clint, is just to go to 32auctions.com/LADCUBS. So LA Dodgers Cubs. And you can bid right there. You can bid in $10 increments, and every single cent goes to help pups in need. So thanks so much, Kiké, for being on the show.
That was fun.
Yeah, I appreciate him taking
good
the
at
time.
this.
Everyone's asking. He's very good at this. Kiké does not lack entertainment value, but he also does not lack baseball IQ. And he's incredibly smart, and I remember when he came over from Houston, one of the first times I ever introduced Kiké Hernandez at one of those like Dodger community events, I said he was a pitcher. Yeah, that's awesome. Anyway,
He thinks
but
of
he
himself as
is
a
a
pitcher.
pitcher. He is a pitcher. He just wasn't back in 2014 or whatever the heck it was when he came over.
He has his
2016
career
or
ERA
whatever.
down to like 9.61 now after 4 appearances last year. Still looking for that first career strikeout though. So hopefully we can get that out of the way, and maybe Dave
And
will let
lower
him
that
catch.
ERA. Yeah, you got to lower that ERA, Kiké. What are we doing? All right. So this is kind of funny. Now, Clint, this is a story that has been told before. It's not brand new, but it's worth revisiting because it's just funny. Max Muncy meet Max Muncy. So both of these guys, Clint, were drafted by the Oakland Athletics. Max Muncy, of course, the now Los Angeles Dodger, friend of the program. We love the guy. Back-to-back seasons of 30 or more home runs. And Max Muncy, the current Oakland Athletic. These two guys could actually face off against one another in May when the A's are at the Dodgers. And even if that's not weird enough, they both share an August 25th birthday. Like, you can't make this stuff up, man.
Baseball's funny like that, huh? I mean, one has had a pretty illustrious career, and the other one hopefully doesn't have the same fate the original Max Muncy had as an Athletic. But this is where we're at, I guess. We're talking about things that are happening in, what was that, May?
No, it's just funny. Like, I just listen, bro. Like, we're down to slim pickings here until games actually matter on Thursday. So anyway, I think that's cute. And whatever. It's cute. Max Muncy versus Max Muncy, August 25th, both drafted by the A's. That's just stupid. All right. Since you're so cool, what's coming up on All Dodgers with Clint Pasillas?
Listen, it was not an indictment on you. It wasn't attacking you. I'm so sorry. Guys, tonight I'll actually be back. Took a little bit of a mental health siesta over the weekend after doing 5 or 6 different streams between this and another show and yada yada. So anyways, join me at 6 p.m. Pacific time, or yeah, something like that. That sounds about right. We'll kind of pregame, talk about the Dodgers, see what's going on with this team. Hopefully have some positive Mookie Betts news to share. But if not, we'll be talking more about, how long he should be out, just kind of letting him be right, be good, all that kind of stuff. Plus some more pitching talks, yada, yada. You know how it goes, guys. It's a stream. We'll be talking, taking a lot of comments and all that kind of stuff. So tube in, subscribe here as well. All of these things really help us out on the YouTube.
Yes, thanks for watching, everybody. Clint and I are back on Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Bring a friend, smash that like and subscribe button. And by the way, we're talking about Blake Snell, the official opener for the domestic series. Here we go, guys. Go Dodgers.
By the way, quickly, $2 super chat from IB Stroke, and thank you, says Max Muncy, current and future Dodger. Wanted to get that in there.
Wow. The current Oakland Athletic guy is coming to the Dodgers? Is that what you're saying?
Sacramento. I don't know. Anyways, we had a good
Our
outro.
Max Muncy's going to hit bombs in Sacktown. Okay.
Bye.